It is very rare when audiences and critics both agree that a piece of content is absolutely terrible, but that is exactly what is happening right now with The Joker 2 because the critic score is sitting at a 33%, the audience score is sitting at a 31%, and it's making them virtually no money. Now, I say this a lot, sometimes sequels don't need to be made, and that's okay. Initially, I was hyped for Joker 2 because I loved the first one. I love Phoenix. I love what Todd Phillips did. But this movie was a letdown in basically every way, shape, or form. Hollywood does not know how to stop when they're ahead and they try to milk things for all they're worth, and it ends up being disastrous for them. Now, Joker 2 highlights the amazing acting skills of Phoenix, who is able to truly highlight the split personality angle that the film was trying to portray, and it had amazing sets and visuals, but it really fell flat with the musical element. I was disappointed that there were so many small musical aspects when they should have had like three really amazing numbers instead that were extremely impactful, and that didn't happen in this. We know that they hired Lady Gaga, it seems, to play Harley because they thought she was going to bring a lot to the musical element, but her performance fell flat, at least in my opinion. And I know there are some people out there who are saying, oh, you're just not smart enough to understand why this movie is so artistic. But at the end of the day, I am seeing a movie to be entertained, and I have certain expectations. And well, it seems that most people absolutely did not like this because we barely got any time with Phoenix as the Joker. We didn't really get to see any sort of, gore and violence like in the first film. They were really missing a lot of that kind of thriller and almost horror element, that uncomfortability. And the first movie was so dark and uncomfortable, and this one just didn't feel that way. And I get it, right? Like, he does go through a lot in the movie. Like, he ends up getting raped and his best friend is killed, but you would think that that would send him deeper into the Joker spiral instead of him completely giving up on the Joker and like realizing, oh my god, I've gone through this terrible experience. It just, at the end of the day, was not the film most people expected. And well, Hollywood is getting what they fucking deserve because, hilariously enough, not only did this only open with 7 million in domestic previews, which was actually less than The Flash and similar to the Marvel's two very bad movies, in my opinion, but we also know that the budget was 200 million, triple that of the first film, though Joker 2 actually ended up earning less than Morbius in the film's domestic opening weekend. After seeing the first movie do so amazing, it is absolutely mind-blowing that they messed up this monumentally. This is gonna go down as one of the worst movies and just one of the worst sequels in the history of cinema. And basically everybody is just pointing and laughing at them now, saying, how did the Joker go from being Academy Award winning to being worse than Morbius? It's truly mind-boggling because, again, the first movie, yes, was fantastic, but it's like they just wanted to give the middle finger to anybody who enjoyed that first film with, again, having the Joker be raped, having him just kind of give up on the Joker. And also, if we're going along the narrative that some people are trying to push, that, oh, anybody could be the Joker and it just happened to be Arthur Fleck for a short amount of time and he's not going to be the real Joker in this universe, what about Harley Quinn? Harleen Quinzel is her name. There is only one woman named Harleen Quinzel. So you're telling me that somebody else in the future who looks exactly like her is going to, what, take her name and take her identity and then continue along with the new Joker? Like, that makes absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. People went into this expecting them to really continue Arthur Fleck's descent to madness, and they just didn't decide to do that. It was basically a middle finger to anybody who loved the first movie, and it's so sad because this was a gold mine for them, at least in my opinion. But, well, it seems that Hollywood is allergic to money. And again, they don't know when to stop when they're ahead. And that is exactly what has happened with Joker 2. It actually ended up earning less than Morbius in the film's domestic opening weekend. And they need to make well over 400 million to even start seeing a profit. It sounds like they need to make over 500 million for them to start feeling comfortable with the numbers, and it doesn't look like that is going to happen, as at this point in time it has grossed 121 million in its opening weekend at the global box office. So I will be keeping my eye on this, but Joker 2 was a complete flop in my opinion. I was not a big fan of it, and it doesn't look like many other people enjoyed it. The critics hated it, the audiences hated it, and there's only a few individuals on social media who are saying it's amazing. Well, it seems that they've tried to make a movie that appealed to the vocal minority yet again, but that's not a winning strategy. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.